Hey, it's me, Riker. Today we're going to have a look at the brand new feature of the Temporal Rift, the Grand Hunt. Now, this is similar to the Cursed Realm, where you have to defeat multiple enemies in multi-stage fights, where at the end you get to defeat the ultimate boss, the Continuum Stalker. Now, these are the multi-stage fights that I'm speaking of, where you get to fight one of the enemies, and at the end is the final boss. So every single couple of days, more of these rounds will appear, where you can get more rewards and you can get a variety of enemies to defeat. So here are some of the rewards that you can get. In addition, you can also get Grand Hunt rewards. So this is acquired after dealing a certain amount of damage at each specific level. So as we can see, we can get a couple of amplifying or primordial emblems, Poe coins, and elemental shards. So we can get a couple of these chests depending on how much damage we do to the Continuum Stalker boss. Now this is the overall damage. So if you did most of your damage on the first couple of enemies and not so much at the end, this will be the combined total of your damage. Now, after a couple of days, as can be seen here, 13 days, this will calculate the rewards that can be seen below. So these can be acquired at various ranks. So if you rank in the top 100%, you can get a couple of Poe coins, a couple of rare summoning stones. And as you can see, as your rank increases further and further in the specific divisions, you can get also a couple of normal summoning scrolls and elemental shards. And the rewards increase the further you rank up in this event. Now, a couple of rules for this event. This will run for 14 days, so each of these bosses will be for 14 days, where at the end of the 14 days, you'll get one of these rewards. So those are the ranking rewards. So the next 14 days will be this boss, and the following 14 days will be these rewards. Now, in addition, battles for enemies shall respectively become available on the 15th, 43rd, and 75th days of the season. For specific times, refer to the in-game details. All heroes within the game mode shall have a level of 360, similar to your level in the Temporal Rift. All heroes' gear, including gear slots, are empty, which will have a level of Mythic T4. Hero tiers will remain unaffected, and they will not enjoy any artifact bonuses and effect bonuses. Within the game mode, heroes will only receive the following temporal battle effects: Renewed Hope, Energy Transfer, Subjugation, Badge Addiction, Fearsome Alliance, Silent Alliance, Unforeseen Power, Dimensional Force, Tank's Fortitude, Warrior Spirit, Ranger's Rage, Mage's Might, and Support's Tenacity. So these are the badges that you get in the Temporal Beacon. Before entering battle, you can choose a badge for your heroes to equip for different enemies. Different badges can be chosen. For specifics, see the badge details. So, when we begin this event, we click challenge, and now we have to set up our teams. Now we have to be mindful depending on what temporal beacon effects we have. So in my case, I am using the supports, mages, and tanks. So I would not use any heroes that are from the rangers or from the warriors temporal beacon trees. So in addition, you get a couple of these other trees as well to benefit you in fighting this grand boss. So we click challenge. As we can see, we've got 5 challenges, and now we set up our teams. So you want to maximize your boss damage potential. So you want to use heroes that are extremely effective at doing single target damage. So I'm going to set up my team over here. So this can be any hero that you have in your roster, as can be seen. So now that you have selected them, so there we go, I've selected them. Then you can also add in your relics. So you can choose the relic that you specifically want. So this is dependent on what you are currently in your temporal beacon or your buffs. So there we go. I'm currently selecting all the badges that my heroes will be wearing. So I'm using a lot of badges that are synergized extremely well with the hero. So you might have to read about these badges and what effects they may have on your allies. So for example, why am I using this specific badge, Master of All? Each time an entity is summoned, the wielder is granted 40 energy points, and for 3 seconds, their tenacity is increased by 20 points. This effect cannot be stacked. So essentially, if you have it on multiple heroes, they will be able to get the benefit. However, they will only get this benefit once every single couple of seconds. So, and it's for 3 seconds. So every single 3 seconds, this effect can occur. So I'm always stacking as much energy as I possibly can. This will allow the ultimates of these heroes to go off extremely quickly, and so they can deal as much damage as they possibly can. So once you've set up your relics, your teams, you can begin battle. There we go. Now you can always watch the battle and see how you do in the specific boss formation, or you can just click the quick battle and you can see your damage output. So now you can also have a look at which heroes perform the best in this specific scenario. So as we can see, my Grazul and Damon did the most damage, followed up by my Odin. Now another thing is to bring in maybe a lot of supports that buff your single target damage. So maybe heroes such as Twins, Silas, or any other support that buffs your hero's damage. There we go. You can always retry this as many times as you want, being 5 total. There we go. We can see the damage that I've been able to output, and you can always exchange for the rewards. So there we go. You can now, after you've dealt the damage, you can click collect and you can see what division you're currently in. So you can have a look at your current division rewards. All that you have to do is simply click on this button over here, the information button over here. And once you do that, you can see the rewards that you'll get after the end of the 14 days. So this will happen every single 14 days, and you'll be able to acquire some of these epic rewards. Now, this is dependent on your division and your ranking standards. So this is based on your entire server.